So it's time to talk about showing your intentions to the girl. You know, how do you actually project to the girl that you like her? We talked about the structure of the night, you know, what you do when you go out at night from beginning to end. But now it's time to talk about how you actually present yourself to the girl in a way that makes her say, you know, I want this guy. And this is where we're going to crack into infield footage. We're going to look at infield examples of how I do these things so that you can apply it to your own game. What are the principles of having good sub-communication? Before you can be good with women, before you can, you know, apply these fuckboy dating principles while you're out meeting girls, you have to learn how to have proper sub-communication. The majority of human communication is done through sub-communication. Like, when you talk to people, your words are not what matters. Like, sure, words do have an element, but you know the saying, you know, your actions speak louder than words, and that's so true. What you convey with your body is what's important, and that's the root of being an attractive man. That's the root of conveying what you want to convey properly to a woman. So that's what we're going to crack into here. We're going to look at sub-communication and how to effectively communicate your intent without saying it, just how to communicate through your body language, how to communicate that to a girl. Okay, so the first thing you have to understand is that sub-communication is more powerful than verbal communication. Like, again, your words, for example, if I say to you right now, if I said to you, no, dude, I promise I would never hurt you. Like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to hurt you, man. Literally, I'm not going to hurt you or kill you, right? That's one thing. How about if I say this? Dude, like, I promise, like, I'll never fucking hurt you, man. Like, I'll never kill you. I'm not going to kill you, dude. I'm not going to fucking hurt you, right? You see the context of how I'm looking at you, the way I'm saying it. That's a small example, and you can't really tell maybe through the camera. But when I do that with students, you're like, holy shit, there was a big difference there. The reason why is because, one, my body is kind of intense and leaned in, like, I'm going to fucking hurt you, even though my tonality is different, versus one is leaned back and relaxed with a soft expression on my face, and I'm saying the same words, but one you trust and one you don't. So it's the same thing when it comes to sub-communication. Evolution, when we evolved as humans without speaking. It's like we started off not speaking, right? And our sub-communication was what did the talking for us. Same thing in the animal kingdom. It's like they don't speak, but their sub-communication, their body language does the talking for them. Sub-communication is also more powerful than verbal communication. You can definitely change the tonality of an entire conversation by having powerful sub-communication. When you talk to a woman, if your sub-communication is on point, you're going to be winning. Like, almost every fucking time you're going to be fucking winning through your sub-communication. If you're positioning your body right, if your tonality is proper. And we're going to talk more about tonality in verbal game. But if you are communicating that, yes, I'm an attractive man, if you're communicating what your intent is without saying it, and if you're communicating through your body, you're going to be winning. Now, I want to say one more thing that's really important. A lot of guys don't understand this, that sub-communication can't be something that you turn on and off. It can't be something that you're like, okay, now I'm going to just sit there and have great body language versus 10 minutes later, I don't. Or at the beginning of my interaction, I'm kind of going to go in like a chode, like a little loser, and then a couple minutes later, oh, now I have amazing sub-communication, right? It's not something you turn on and off. Having good sub-communication and good body language is a constant. It's not something that you have to turn on and off. It's sort of, again, going back to that way of being instead of that way of doing. Sub-communication is something that you constantly need to maintain. So you constantly need to have proper sub-communication. This is one of the ultimate fuckboy frame principles. It's like your sub-communication makes or breaks how the girl sees you, right? The way you sub-communicate makes or breaks how the girl sees you. And the first rule of good sub-communication is relaxation, right? If you want to show intent, if you want to have proper intent, you need to follow the rules of sub-communication. The first rule is relaxation, relaxing. The second rule is visualization, and the third rule is manifestation. So relaxation, visualization, and manifestation, okay? So let's kick it off with relaxation. What does it mean to be relaxed? Relaxation is above all. Relaxation is above all. There is a certain beauty in being in your own head and being comfortable with yourself. Remember, we talked about it in the warm-up stage of the night, the 3 phases of the night. Remember, the warm-up stage, the locking in stage, and the action phase. So in the warm-up stage of the night, this is where you really feel where you're at. If you're in your head, you accept that you're in your head. You don't try to fucking fight it. You control your breathing and you relax and you go forward from there. It's the same thing with sub-communication. Learning how to be in your head and be okay being in your head and not trying to change your behavior, be in state, being comfortable with yourself is what makes you be relaxed. Right? This is how you get effortless game. So how do you project a relaxed vibe through sub-communication? This is what women are attracted to. When you're relaxed, again, what you're doing is when you're relaxed, you are not trying to show the girl that you're like, hey, I need to reach this point in order to get you. I need to reach this status in order to get you. Right? When you're relaxed, you're showing the girl, hey, I'm relaxed. I'm chilled out. There's no need for me to put any effort to get you. right? That's what happens when you're relaxed and the girl senses that. That's powerful subcommunication. So how do you do this? Well, the first part of getting this effortless, relaxed game is having a distant, almost disinterested look, okay? And this is something that a lot of guys actually, when they first hear me talk about it, they're like, holy shit, you have a disinterested look. And I truly do. Like when I'm talking to girls, a lot of times I'm not like, oh, really? Like emotive, like, I had a student this past weekend actually, and he's a really cool, like really happy guy, but he's so emotive when he talks, it's kind of almost compensating like for something else, like trying to cover over the sadness. He's kind of like, oh, hey, what's up, right? And I'm just like, dude, when you talk, don't do that anymore. Just like literally don't even smile. Just literally just kind of chill and just, hey, who are you? I love your vibe. Nice to meet you, right? Have the disinterested look. Like, how would you look if you knew that you were a fucking millionaire and that anything you wanted, you would have, no matter what. Like anything you wanted, you would have. You'd probably get really bored with life. Albeit a lot of girls would probably want to fuck you because they'd be like, shit, this guy really is not invested in his sub-communications on point. Again, they're not consciously thinking of this. It's sub-communication, subconscious, right? But if you literally were a fucking millionaire and you could get anything you ever wanted at any point in life, what would happen? You would literally look disinterested, like you didn't give a shit about anything. You'd literally be like, life, I exist, okay, I chill, I do my thing, that's it. That is what you're going to be doing when you're communicating with women. Having a disinterested look. It's literally, look at my face, it's kind of like, and we'll show some infield footage of this as well in a bit, but it's literally, I'm not showing massive interest. I'm not showing like, shit, let me fucking act like the happy guy, let me be the guy who's bringing the party. It's like I'm barely even interested. Not because you have to be an asshole or do asshole game, but it's because showing disinterest shows that you're not overly invested. If you show like a flat line face, if you show, I've already been here, I've already done this, I'm already gonna get a result no matter what, if you have this flat look on your face, you're gonna be winning. Because you're conveying, this is not weird for me, this is normal. This is normal behavior for me. Me getting girls, me having this girl want to chase me having this girl interested is normal fucking behavior, right? That's how you're gonna be showing that I'm an attractive man, I don't need to try hard to win, it's just, it is what it is. Now, part of this effortless game, part of this, this disinterested look is also using less words. A lot of guys focus on the verbal game. This is why I wanted to go over subcommunication first before I went over verbal game. A lot of guys go into verbal game kind of like, I need to have these great verbals. I need to be constantly talking to the girl. I need to be constantly engaging the girl. I need to be constantly proving to the girl, shit, I can fucking win, right? I can fucking win. But what you want to do is you actually want to have a constant absence of investment with your words. You want to have less words. The more words you're using and the more verbal game you're trying to do, the less your subcommunication is going to be good. Because your brain is focusing on saying more things to keep the girl there. It's like the more you focus on that, the less your subcommunication is going to be doing the work. And the more your words do the work, the less powerful your communication is. Because again, subcommunication is more powerful than verbal communication. So the more verbal communication you have, the more you're talking, the less your subcommunication is going to be doing the winning for you. Right? Another fuckboy frame dating principle, less use of words. Build more tension as well. This is another part of effortless game. Having effortless, relaxed game, building tension. Building more tension in your interactions. So instead of saying, okay, let me invest with my words or let me chase with my body language, you build tension. For example, if you're going to go for like a makeout with a girl, instead of going make out, you just relax and kind of maybe pretend you're going to go for a makeout and then back off. Or you don't even go for the makeout, you just look at her deep in her eyes and she knows that you can make out with her at any point, but you let it relax, right? That's subcommunication. That's how you have powerful subcommunication. That's how you have powerful, effortless, relaxed game. It's allowing room for more tension. The more tension you can build, the less you talk, the more flatline and bored your face looks. Again, you have that non-expressive face. It's just kind of like, it doesn't mean you have to look like angry, but it's just, I've already been here. I've already done this. It's happened a million times. It's not even exciting anymore. Me getting a girl like me, it happens all the time, right? The more you convey that, the more tension you're going to be building. The more the girl's going to be investing in you. Another big part of having proper subcommunication, being relaxed specifically, which is again one of the 3 aspects of having good subcommunication, is how you position your body. When you position your body, are you coming from a locked in frame? What does it mean to lock in? I talk about this a lot in my 3 YouTube videos, but locking in is really important. First thing is your posture. Before you learn how to lock in, you need to focus on your posture. Your posture needs to be upright. So a lot of guys come in, they have these like slumped shoulders, kind of where they're like hunched over and they're kind of in a bowing position. You don't want to do this. Your posture, you want to have it squared. You're gonna have your posture kind of like, again, upright. I'm here, I'm communicating with you. That's that. Aside from the way your posture looks, where are you positioning yourself? It's something called locking in. What locking in basically means is positioning yourself on a physical structure in the environment that makes you look the most relaxed and the least invested, where everyone else is revolved around you. So when you're locking in, when you're positioning yourself in that spot where you're leaned up against the bar. For example, right now, I'm locked in while I'm teaching this because I feel relaxed. I don't feel, okay, I have to convey these ideas, oh my God, pressure. No, I'm just chilled out and locked in. A lot of times when I'm on a date, as you guys will see more later in field, I'm like that, right? I'm completely locked in. Now, when you're going out and you're approaching women, you're meeting women at night, or even during the day, you want to be locked in. You want to be in a position where you're not very invested. You want to be in a position where you're not as invested as the girl, right? You don't want to be overly invested. You don't want to be like, okay, shit, I have to fucking chase. Let me win. Let me fucking win. No, you want to be as least invested as possible, and locking in does that for you. So what locking in basically means is you position your body on a spot in the environment where you are leaned back and letting the girl chase you. We're going to go over some infield footage of this. You lean back and the girl is invested in you. What happens when you do this, when you fucking lock in, when you let the girl chase you, one thing it does is it reframes in the girl's mind who's the buyer and who's the seller. Most guys, when they go out and approach women, most of them are coming across as the buyer. They're like, shit, or as the seller, I apologize. They're like the seller. I need to win. I need to get this girl to chase me, right? When you lock in, when you literally lean back and the girl's talking to you and you are kicked back against the bar or kicked back against the wall, you're leaned back on your shoulder or your back and your legs are crossed, the girl physically understands this guy is not making efforts to chase me. This guy is not reaching his body out to fucking chase me. So now what happens is, in her mind, physically, because your subcommunication is saying, I'm not chasing you, I'm non-needy, now she needs to sell herself to you. Because if she doesn't, you're not going to invest, you're not going to chase. Most guys never get this because they start off their interaction. You'll see in the clip I'm going to show, they start off their interaction like with their drink, held high, like, hey, can I win you? But you don't want to do that. You want to do the opposite. You want to be the guy who's least invested. You want to be the guy who's saying, you can come and chase me. Like, you can come to me. You can come and chase me. Okay? And when you're locking in, another thing that it does is it makes you feel more relaxed about yourself. It makes you feel, hey, I don't need to put any effort in to get this girl. So one is it does something in the girl's mind. It makes the girl feel, okay, I need to stay here. I need to invest and ask questions and chase. Because the way you're positioning your body, because your sub-communication is saying, I've already been here. Again, your face is flatline, your face is almost disinterested look. You're not talking a lot, you're building tension, and you're locked in, so you're saying, okay, I'm not going to chase you. There's that absence of investment. You need to do the work. The second thing is it makes you feel more relaxed, because if you position your body in a relaxed way, again, your body can control your mind. We talked about this earlier, building yourself up as a man. Your body controls your mind. Your body ultimately will control your mind. When you let your body control your mind through locking in, you begin to feel more relaxed. Even if you're not relaxed, you just feel it. You begin to feel like you're more relaxed when your body controls your mind. Okay? So when you are going out, when you're approaching women, you need to understand that locking in from the very beginning is really important. Locking in, being disinterested when you're with your face, using less words, building tension is extremely important. Having proper posture, chest up, not like stuck out like some weirdo, but your chest is, your shoulders are squared up, right? And you don't look like you're lean forward, but your shoulders are squared up. Maybe your hands are in your pockets and you have a relaxed presence about you. Again, we'll look at the footage to demonstrate this. That is how you're going to be getting success. That's how you're going to be getting girls chasing you and saying, okay, I need this fucking guy. Like, I want this guy I want to have this guy, right? That's how you're going to be getting success. Now, another part of subcommunication, the second aspect of having good subcommunication is visualization. Before I get into the visualization and manifestation, I wanted to get into the relaxation, because relaxation is really important, and that's the building block behind how you can visualize and how you can manifest what you want. But visualization is also a very, very, very important part of subcommunication. When you visualize that you want to fuck the girl, it's like you imagine you want to fuck the girl, you're going to be interacting with her through lust and not the need to approach. What does that mean? So when I go out and I approach women, before I actually even interact with the girl, the way I think of my interactions is like, I need to fuck you and I want to fuck you. Like, I could see you naked bent over my bed. I literally could see you right in front of me with your ass out bent over my bed. That's how I imagine the girl before I approach her, before I even say hi. When I'm on my dates, I also imagine the girl naked. And my success rate goes way higher when I do this because I'm literally putting myself in a position of wanting the woman. It's me wanting her. So my subcommunication is saying, fuck, I'm horny and I'm gonna fuck you. God, we're gonna have such great sex together, right? Because I can visualize, I look at her body, I visualize everything. Right? My eyes even, the way, like, it's my subcommunication. I'm not trying to do this. There's different ways you can practice doing this, of course, but what's ultimate is how your mind sees it. How does your mind work? So are you visualizing it? Are you actually thinking consciously, shit, I need to get this woman and I can see myself having sex with her in the future? Like, do you actually paint a mental picture? Do you paint a picture of fucking the girl? Do you paint a picture for yourself of making shit happen with that girl? If you're not doing that, you're not going to be winning because you're just going to be interacting with her like, oh, here's another interaction. Here's another set. You're going to be even getting like girls that are below your standards because you're not going to be thinking, I want her. I want this fucking girl. You're going to be coming from the context of, oh, just another one, right? Just another fucking girl. And that's what you don't want. You want it to be, I want this girl. I can see her in my fucking bed. I can imagine myself fucking this girl, right? I can imagine myself being with this girl. You fucking visualize it. Paint a mental fucking picture. And when you do this, you interact with her because you want her, not because it's another approach, right? And you make your subcommunication 10 times more powerful. And the girl can feel this, man. Like, the girl can sense this shit. Girls know. Girls fucking know what's up. Girls literally know what's up. And in the infield we're going to go, I take a girl from a guy that she was with kind of by the bar. And he was kind of a chill. He wasn't really doing anything much, but you can see how he loses out because my subcommunication is just so much more on point than his. And there's a lot of principles you can learn from that video, but we're going to have a lot of infield to go over later in later videos. But literally, it's like you imagine fucking the girl, you want her, and you will communicate this with your body. Now, the third part about this is manifestation. What does manifestation mean? Well, it's basically putting yourself in a position, physically, putting yourself in a spot where you'd be closer to fucking her than you would if you didn't put yourself in that spot, right? One thing is the way you look at her. When I say putting yourself in a spot, I don't just mean where you stand. I'm talking about putting yourself in a spot emotionally. I'll talk about what I mean. So there's comfort in looking at her, right? If you look at the girl properly from when you first communicate with her, if you look at the girl on the open, the very beginning, if you look at her properly when you first meet her, like the second you say hi, if you look at that woman, you know, right at the beginning, hey, who are you? And you are comfortable with that deep, strong, penetrative eye contact, you're going to be winning, right? One thing that I want to say is that a lot of guys stress eye contact and they think that eye contact is, you know, oh my God, I'm going to come up to the girl and I'm going to stare her down. They're like, hey there. You don't want to do that. That's not good eye contact. Good eye contact is when you can look at a woman, you can look at the girl, but you have a relaxed body language. For example, me right now, the way I'm looking at you in the camera, you through the screen, this is good eye contact. Like if I was looking at a girl like this would be good. Because my body is saying I'm not invested. Remember we talked about locking in. When you're locking in, but you're manifesting your intent through your eyes, you're going to be winning. That's why I say to visualize, because when you visualize, you'll have a better time making eye contact because you're like, fuck, I need this girl. And your eye contact is going to be 10 times more powerful than it would be if you were like trying to get another interaction in. So if you go up and you manifest your intentions, you literally manifest to the girl what you want. You manifest to her, okay, fuck. I need this fucking girl. I have to interact with her. I have to fucking get the girl. You're going to be winning. If you manifest to the girl, eye contact, eye contact, eye contact. If you manifest to her through your eyes, fuck, I want you, you're going to be winning. But you can't do it from the context of, let me push, 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 and look at you like this hard. It has to be relaxed body language. You have to be locked in when you do it. But you have to have deep, appreciative eye contact. Something I call appreciative eye contact, basically where I kind of see her almost like a cute little, like just some little girl. It's like, oh, she's just a little girl that wants to be loved. It's like I don't take her seriously as like, oh, she's a hot girl, so I need to do more. Not that a girl's like nothing. I'm not trying to be misogynistic or anything like that. Not like fuck women, but it's more like I don't put more value on you than any other person just because you're a hot chick. It's like, oh, you're another girl. Like you're just another person. But you're someone I want to fuck. So, oh, you're just a cute little girl that just wants to be loved. Right? You're just a cute little girl that just wants my validation. And that's how I look at her. It's a deep, appreciative eye contact. And again, it's important that you do this from the beginning. You can't do it later. Another part of you know, having proper communication is sharing the girl's space. You have to share space with the girl. If you open the girl and interact with her and you're far away, if you're starting off your interactions from distance, with this long space in between you, it's not going to work. Something I call it is like the foot test, where I literally make sure that my feet are overlapping the girl. I make sure that my feet are right next to her feet. I make sure that my feet are aligned with hers. Not on top of hers, but next to hers, where if I slid my feet over, our feet would hit. I kind of do that little test, and now I don't do it anymore, but I tell students to do that because you can see if you're sharing her space. Why do you need to share the girl's space? Because when you share her space, you manifest to her, I'm comfortable being close to you. You manifest to the girl, I'm comfortable being here with you. I'm comfortable being close to you, and I'm not trying to get in a position that makes it easier for me to seem like I'm not showing intent to you. Again, subcommunication, the goal of subcommunication is to show the girl, my intentions are to sleep with you, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Because subcommunication is more powerful than verbals. You can go up to a girl and say, I'm going to sleep with you, but if you have shitty subcommunication, it's not going to do anything. Or you can go up to a girl and say, hey, can I say hi to you? And if your subcommunication is powerful, that's going to have you win. That's why all this gimmicky game shit goes out the window, because if your subcommunication's on point, you don't have to say anything. You have to say a few things, generally to have a normal conversation, but you don't have to say anything fancy. You can have a normal, simple conversation and still fucking win every time, right? So again, the 3 aspects of relaxation, the 3 aspects of proper subcommunication: relaxation, visualization, manifestation. How do you relax? Are you letting the girl chase? If you're not relaxed, you're always going to lose. If you're relaxed, you're going to be leaned back. You're going to be locked in. You're going to be having that reframe where the girl's like, he's not physically trying to chase me anymore. He's leaned back against the bar, legs crossed, hands in pockets, relaxed body language, good posture, but relaxed body language, and you're letting the girl chase you, right? You have that disinterested look where you're like, I could be here, I could not. I really don't care. I'm not happy to meet you because you're a hot girl. Visualization. Are you showing the girl, hey, I am attracted to you and I can visualize fucking you? Do you actually paint a picture before you approach of sleeping with the girl? Like when I go approach girls, I'm so fucking horny. You should have a fucking boner whenever you approach, because you should be running your own porno in your head with that girl in your mind. All right? And some guys are like, this is being a pervert. No, it's fucking not. You're owning your intentions as a man. You're owning your fucking intent. You're owning it. And if the girl's not attracted to you, she's like, okay, no. Go ahead and leave and move on to a girl. Remember, we talked about the 3 kinds of girls that you're going to meet. Talk to one of the other 2 kinds of girls. A girl that's clearly attracted to you, full attraction, or a girl that maybe masks her attraction, is playing a little hard to get. Like, those are the kind of girls you want to meet. But those kind of girls, visualize fucking them. They want to fuck you too. Right, there's nothing wrong with that. And lastly is manifestation, where you position yourself with your body, how you look with your eyes, how you manifest your intent to the girl. How do you make eye contact with her? Where do you position yourself? Are you close to her? Are you sharing your space with her? Are you in her ear when you're talking, or are you far away leaning in? Right? What we're going to do now is we're going to crack into a bit of infield footage demonstrating these concepts. We're going to look at some infield where I talk to a girl and I take her away from this guy that she was talking to, and eventually I get in like a really good position I end up pulling later that night. I want to show you guys some of the subcommunication that I had in this interaction, because I think it'll be really valuable for you guys to understand, where I'm coming from, and you can see these concepts applied not in person, but you can see them on video, because it'll demonstrate for you what you should do. So let's crack into this one. Okay, so this was a night where I was out shooting infield. I had just finished program the week before, and I was out with my good buddy, and who's actually my boot camp assistant now. And we were hanging out in this club, and I saw this girl who was with the guy that she was talking to, and I just noticed that his body language was not on point, and he kind of was just, he wasn't really there, right? He wasn't really on fucking point. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna jump in and I'm going to make shit happen. So let's crack into it.
No, keep your glasses on. Don't do that. Exactly. Don't let another man take your glasses away. Don't let another man take your glasses away. Where the fuck are you from?
New Jersey area?
Wait, what?
Central Jersey.
I'm from Mongler.
Nice, around the area.
I thought you were from fucking Miami. You have that
Miami?
So you can see right now, I'm in the interaction with the girl. And what happens is the second I came into the set, the second I fucking started, I was close to her. Look at how close. You can kind of see, the camera gets closer in a second, but you can see the proximity that I have with her. I'm already holding hands with her. I'm already literally chest to chest with her. And what happened is I came in and I made super strong eye contact, and I said, don't ever let a man take your glasses away. Because the guy who was on the left side, you'll see him in a second, the guy who's standing right next to me, he's like, literally was like trying to tell her, you have beautiful eyes, I want to your glasses, or take your glasses, I'll look to your eyes. And that's not terrible necessarily, but just the way he said it, again, he probably didn't have like any getting messages from people. He probably didn't have any intent behind his words. He didn't have any intent behind his words. There was the sub-communication was not there. And you'll see him, he's standing there again with his drink, just like, can I get the girl? Kind of like this. And of course, because I know actually how to tailor my sub-communication using the Fuckboy frame principles, I know how to tailor my sub-communication to get the girl to invest, to get her to chase. And you'll see how hard she chases in the next couple of minutes.
When you put the glasses on.
So I gotta keep the glasses on.
Really quick, so she's saying, so I gotta keep my glasses on for you. You can see the guy standing right next to us on the left side, and he's kind of looking back and forth, and he starts to kind of dance and move. Remember we talked about tension? He's starting to literally react to the tension. It's literally me, some guy coming in and talking to his girl. She's starting to invest in me. We're holding hands. She's chasing me. I'm super close. I'm staring right in her eyes. Look at my body language. It's very relaxed. It's super relaxed, but I'm still squared up. My shoulders are up, right? My body language, my posture is up, but at the same time, I'm still relaxed. And my face is flatlined. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. But this guy is he's a perfect example of what not body language to have, the kind of body language you don't want. Okay, and look at literally how he reacts. We'll crack into it.
Glasses on.
So I gotta keep the glasses on. Thank you. I don't know my English that well. What's your name? Courtney.
You can see him right there starting to dance. He literally is like trying to dance. He's literally like, let me dance back and forth. And the girl says her name, Courtney, and then I'm like, I go silent with it. And that's another example I'll give you in a second. But let's look at it again. I'm going to rewind and look at how he literally starts to move and dance as I take the girl from him. Literally. It's like, I'm just there, and he's literally just breaking down and reacting like, can I get back into it? Trying to figure out the best way to get in.
Glasses on.
So I gotta keep the glasses on. Thank you. I don't know my English that well.
What's your name?
Courtney. Courtney.
I know, I heard your name. It's like, come with me to the bar right there. I'll bring you right back.
So what's so funny here? So I ask her, I say, what's your name? I say, thought you were from Miami, some shit. What's your name? And the girl says her name. And I don't respond. I just don't respond when she says, what's your name? Remember I talked about it when I said relaxation, not relying on verbals, not relying on your verbal game. This was a turning point of the interaction. And actually, shortly within the next 20 minutes, I actually ended up pulling, not this girl, I pulled a different girl. And you'll see what happens is, she's like, what's your name? And I say, she says Courtney. And I don't respond to her. I'm just like, eye contact. And she's like, I said Courtney. And I'm like, I know, I heard your name. The reason why I didn't respond is because the absence of me looking for more words, the absence of me saying, okay, I need to talk more, I need to say more, I need to do this, allows me to rely on my body language even more, right? The absence of me investing in chasing allows me to rely on my sub-communication more. So now that's doing the talking for me. And right after this, I say, come with me to the bar, and you'll see some more of my sub-communication. I'm like, come with me to the bar, and that's one of the Fuckboy frame principles, leading and moving the interaction forward. But I literally am like, come with me to the bar, right after she said her name. I'm like, what's your name? I'm just silent. My name's Courtney. I know, I heard your name. Come to the bar. Because the absence of me chasing, the absence of me investing, literally allows me to use my sub-communication and maintain attraction with the girl and have her more attracted to me. Remember, there's no hook point. In this interaction, was there any hook point? There's no hook point, traditional, pick-up hook point. It's just that the girl wants me from the very beginning. The second I said hi, she's like, oh my God, you're so right. And this guy is done. The guy on the left side, kind of feel bad for him. He's just done. He's not even in the interaction. Let's look at what happens next.
Where are you from?
I'm a Jersey rep from Montclair, but I grew up in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Then to Montclair State, and then in New York.
Fuck education. I dropped out of college.
And then moved back to New York. What do you do here now?
What do you think I do? Look at me.
Something very cool.
Just guess. I met her earlier. Tell her your name. Tell her your name.
Courtney? Courtney?
No, tell her your name.
What is it? Sarah.
Isn't her name so fucking cool?
Yeah, what the hell? I have a basic name.
So it's so funny now. So now I'm surrounded by 3 different girls at the bar. And look at how locked in I am. This is what I meant when I said locking in. I take this girl over to the bar. Now, most of the time, some guys, what they'll do is they'll get to this point of the interaction where they're leading the girl, and this happens on program all the time. Like, I'll get a guy who's never, like, led a girl around a club before and said, come with me, just follow me and do what I want. Most guys can never get there. But what happens is I literally did that with this girl, and what most guys will do, they'll get to this point, and then they'll start to freak out, and they'll start to, talk a lot and do all this kind of shit. But the problem is their sub-communication's gone. They have no sub-communication, it's just off. But you notice how literally right here, I tell the girl, meet this other girl, tell her your name. And this other girl who would come in the interaction, actually ended up pulling that one later. That's the girl that I ended up pulling. She comes in the interaction, I bring her back in the interaction. But there's no real investment on my part. It's just more so, tell her your name, meet her, do this, do that. Because of my sub-communication, you can see how locked in I am. Literally, let's rewind a little bit to this point. Right where I tell the girl, right before I call her name.
Tell her your name, tell her your name.
Courtney? Courtney?
No, tell her your name.
What is it?
You see how I tell her, I'm like, tell the girl your name. Look at how locked in I am. I'm literally not chasing at all. I'm not standing facing her by the bar. I'm literally leaned back saying, if you left right now, I literally wouldn't care. I'm not saying it with my words, but that's what my body language is showing. That's how you want to be communicating with women. So now we go forward and her friend comes in and kind of we continue the interaction that way. And by the way, this is the same friend that was talking to that other guy's friend as well. So she left that guy as well. Kind of feel bad because I stopped them from taking these two girls home. Not really, maybe they took them home later. I didn't know I was pulling. Anyways, and I'll tell what happened at the end of the night, but look what happens.
Isn't her name so fucking cool?
Yeah, what the hell? I have a basic name.
Courtney?
Camille.
Courtney?
Wait, I need a new name.
Well, you only have one hand. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Camille.
Where are you from?
High school together. How about you?
She just sounds way like she's from somewhere else.
I'm French, but...
I knew it. See, the way you talk, your voice goes up at the end of all your sentences.
Camille?
It sounds, yeah, Camille. I can hear the French dialect. So cute.
You have such happy eyes.
I have such what?
Happy eyes.
What does that mean?
And your eyes have a very good glow.
I thought you were saying I have cocaine eyes.
And you see how both girls are literally just fucking chasing now. Both girls are like, you have happy eyes. The other girl said a couple minutes ago, like, I need a new name. Give me a new name. I'm not Courtney from Miami. Give me a new name, right? And I'm literally just sitting back there just doing nothing. I'm kind of joking around with them saying, you're a French girl, and I'm just saying nonsense. The verbals don't even matter what I'm saying. It's not going anywhere. The interaction is could go somewhere, but I'm literally leaned back, chilling out, not investing at all. Just literally, my body is completely not invested, and the girls are just, you have happy eyes. Oh my God, I'm from this, I'm from that. Their emotions are just going out. This is what I mean with tapping into girls' emotions. And this is the first infill I'm showing you. This is not even the crazy shit, but this is the kind of thing that you need to be doing. This is how you get girls to invest to your body language. You don't physically chase, you visualize. And by the way, before I opened this girl, I kind of hesitated, but not because I was nervous. It's because I literally visualized fucking her. I was like, fuck, this girl's hair is so long. I could see her hair in my hand. Me just bending her over and just fucking her, making her come 10 times in bed. Like literally, this is how I think before I approach. This is how I think when I'm interacting with girls. And you see it paying off here. I'm literally surrounded by 3 beautiful women who are just chasing me, wanting to be there. You think that if I stopped talking, they would just be like, okay, bye, we're gonna go. No, they're heavily invested right now. They're heavily invested.
I was like, wow. That's my friend, by the way.
Hey, hi.
Hi, Courtney.
I don't look glasses.
She's really cool.
Hi. Very cool too.
Okay, girl with the glasses. I'm gonna call you that instead of Courtney.
Wait, I need
You
your
sound
name.
mysterious, you know?
And you can even see the interest that she's giving me. It's something that in the traditional pickup community is called an IOI, indicator of interest. You see the girl's hair, she's just like going like this. She's just like flowing with her hair. She's doing all this stuff. And I introduced my wingman to go ahead and talk to the other girl. I would have been able to talk to both of them maybe and pull both of them together. We'll get into some infield where I do something like that later on in the module. But I literally am just letting the girl completely chase me. And she's completely invested. She's saying, wait, I need a new name. I'm just kind of saying nonsense. And she's like on this thread, give me a new name, please. And I'm just like, fuck it. I don't even, who the fuck knows?
No, girl with the glasses is cute.
I like that.
The only thing is you're from New Jersey though, so it's kind of like...
I should be from Miami, you said.
No, you look like you're from Miami, but I wouldn't want you to be from Miami.
I don't think Miami breeds good people.
You don't think it what?
Miami breeds good people.
Wait, let's see.
I just wanted to show you guys, the proper type of sub-communication you have. And we're going to get into so many more infield examples where you can actually tangibly see how my sub-communication helps me pull, how my sub-communication helps me close dates, how my sub-communication helps me with the rest of my interactions and all these kind of different situations that I get in. But that's basic sub-communication. When you're interacting with girls, you don't want to be the guy who's overly invested. You want to be the guy who's like, let the girl come to me. I'll let the girl come to me. I don't need to lean forward. I don't need to chase. I don't need to jump in constantly. I don't need to be like, let me make shit happen. My verbals, leave space open for the girl to talk to you. Leave space and go forward from there.